A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. I would like to start the session. Let us start with the question, what is the enrichment from today's session? As usual, you improve your comprehension skill. Am I audible? You learn 10 plus words which are very important from the different competitive exams point of view. You will consolidate your grammar knowledge and you will learn effective English. Today I have brought phrasal verbs. Thanks for responding. Mini mocks. In a way, I have brought today a few questions. I can say mini mocks. Yes. Let us go to let us start the session with the question. What is this editorial about? This editorial discusses the dynamics of the fifth phase of 2024 general election. The dynamics of the fifth phase of the 2024 general election, emphasizing the crucial role of women voters. Focus is more on women voters. What is the tone of the editorial? Purely objective. The tone of the editorial is analytical and informative. No personal stand, pure analysis and informative. Let us go to editorial vocabulary. 10 plus words, a few words are very important. The very first word, sprinter. I have brought the literal meaning. Literal meaning, splinter, part of speech noun, a small, thin, sharp piece of wood, glass, or similar material broken off from a larger piece. A small piece broken off from a larger piece. She got a splinter in her finger from the wooden fence. A small piece got stuck. Synonyms is a new word I have come across for the first time. Sliver, also a new word. Fragment, familiar. Chip, piece, simple words. But some students may not know the word fragment. I'll put a star mark. In the context of the editorial, this is an adjective. What is it? An adjective. As an adjective, based on the context, what is a combination you can think of? Splinter group. Splinter group means from a party, a big party, a few people come out and they form a separate group. That is known as splinter group. In this context, that's what it means. The second word, apathy, an important word, part of speech noun, meaning lack of interest, lack of enthusiasm, or lack of concern. Example, the student's apathy towards his studies was evident in his poor grades. When the student is not interested in studies, obviously you can't expect good grades, poor grades. Indifference, disinterest, lethargy. Lethargy, not exactly here. Lethargy means very lazy, unconcerned detachment. Perhaps you could use other words, but generally I give two words, related words: empathy, sympathy, apathy. Very good. I appreciate that. I do. You have to recollect two words. One goes with effective English, callous. The other goes with everyday English, stony. No emotions, no concern for others' sufferings. Antonyms: interest, enthusiasm, passion, concern, excitement. Here I would say you have to remember passion. A lot of interest. You should be passionate about your studies. Append we have got a few times. Part of speech verb. To turn something on its end or upside down. Usually I say to turn something upside down. The sudden wind gust upended the picnic table. Means it turned the picnic table upside down. Yes, Tripura Sundari. Callous, stony. What are the other words? Indolent also an important word. Overturn, invert, flip, topple, capsize. Capsize is an important word. Only important words I put a star mark. Topple goes more with a government, topple the government. And capsize goes more with boats, ships. The boat capsized, the ship capsized, turn upside down. In this context, when you want to say capsize, bus also we do use rarely, but when you want to use this, there's one important idiomatic expression. What is that? Turn turtle. The bus turned turtle means it went upside down. Turn turtle also an important idiom you have to remember. Antonyms stabilize, set right, upright, support, steady. Simple words. I'm sure Telugu students know this word, faction, part of speech, noun. It can also be adjective because faction movies, factionism, a particular region is known for that, meaning a small organized dissenting group. Dissent means oppose within a larger one, especially in politics. The committee was divided into factions with opposing viewpoints. In this context, a separate meaning altogether. A small group, opposing group, you can say. Factionism. Clique, an important word. Group, sect, an important word. But sect goes more with religion. Division block, simple words. Unity, agreement, coalition, alliance, conquered. Conquered, grammatical term too, means harmonious relationship, unity. Based on that, they have placed here. Extent is different, extent is different. We got to be a little careful. Extent, to what extent? Here, extent, part of speech adjective. Still in existence, surviving. Example, many of the ancient manuscripts are still extant. Means what? Still surviving. But here, based on the word manuscript, I would like to give manual. Manuscript, from that you get manuscript means what? Olden days, no printing press. They would write manuscript, handwritten document. In that we have that word. Who is that? Naidu. Handwritten manuscript. And also, in this context, I would like to add two more words. You all know I am a left-hander. What is the word for a left-hander? Southpaw. And some people can use both the hands. What is the word for those people? Ambidextrous. All these words are very important. Hand written, manuscript, southpaw, ambidextrous. Existing, surviving, remaining, living, present. Simple words. But here, extinct, no longer in existence, lost, destroyed, gone, non existent. All these words are simple words except one. Which one is that? Extinct, you have to remember. Herald has two or three meanings. It could be a verb, it could be a noun. Here, noun, an official messenger means a person bringing news, a person or thing viewed as a sign that something is about to happen. Two different meanings, you got to be careful. It's a positive word, heralded. Whenever we talk about development, we use the word herald. But one meaning, a person, a messenger, official messenger, and something, someone or something viewed as a sign that something is about to happen, something positive is going to happen. The robin is often considered a herald of spring. The bird is often considered a herald of spring season. When you see the word spring season, you got to be alert. Many exams have given the spring season has its own beauty. Answer my question, is this right or wrong? The spring season has its own beauty. It is wrong. Spring is considered feminine, feminine or feminine, either way correct. Based on that, we cannot say its own beauty, we have to say her own beauty. The spring season has her own beauty. Very important. Spring, autumn considered feminine, summer, winter considered masculine. Herald of spring, messenger, forerunner, precursor, harbinger, very important word. Messenger, announcer, one group. Forerunner, precursor, harbinger, one group. You can take that way. A receiver, follower, descendant, successor, epilogue. Prologue, epilogue, an important word. Descendant, an important word. I hope you guys are spending time on these words. Otherwise, impossible to remember. One shot, you get so many words. If you don't spend time after the session, it is as good as not learning. Only when you spend time, you segregate the words, you streamline the information, you will be able to remember. Consecration, an important word, part of speech noun, the action of making or declaring something sacred or holy. The consecration of the new church was a solemn ceremony. Goes with religion. Uh, Good that you responded, Naidu. Synonyms: sanctification, sanctify, important word. Dedication, you all know. Blessing, hallowing. Hollow is different, hallow is different. You got to be very careful. Anointing, all these are very important words. Good, Panindra, and those who have responded, I appreciate. Please keep doing that. In the long run, that is going to help. Desecration, defilement, profanation, profane, from that you get this word. These are based on those words, easy, and blasphemy. These two words are very important. They are used quite often, and they have been given a few times. Philip goes with effective English as well as everyday English. Part of speech noun. Something which acts as a stimulus or boost to an activity. The new regulations provided a fillip to the local economy. Usually it goes with policies, procedures, boost, incentive, stimulus, spur, impetus. All words are important. We have been getting these words. Some of these words, I'm sure they are at your fingertips. Antonyms: deterrent, an important word. Discouragement, simple word. Hindrance, we have got. Obstacle, we have got. Restraint, we have got. Catalyst, yes, very good. But do remember Tripura Sundari. Catalyst, it goes with chemistry. Science goes with science, but we can use in everyday English, effective English. Fortunes, part of speech noun. The success or failure of a person or enterprise over a period of time. Usually it goes with a business venture, enterprise. The company's fortunes improved significantly after the new CEO took over. It happens. Able person, and you can see a lot of progress. Fate, luck, destiny, success, wealth, simple words. Misfortune, failure, poverty, loss, hardship. This is important. Formidable, an important word. Formidable takes a combination word, enemy, opponent. Inspiring fear or respect through being impressively large, powerful, intense, capable. The team faces a formidable, one more, challenge. Another combination you have to know. Here, see, they have used opponent. In the championship game, intimidating, I use regularly. An important word you have to remember. Frightening, daunting, an important word. Daunting task. Daunting task. Impressive, powerful, mighty. Weak, feeble, an important word. Insignificant, unimpressive, trivial, though familiar, important. Today, almost 646, still I'm with vocabulary. Yield has two or three meanings. You all know that. To produce or provide a natural, agricultural, or industrial product. To give way to arguments, demands, or pressure. Give way means to surrender, the second meaning. And here you have to recollect the phrasal verb given. Given, surrender, yield, negative connotations. But yield also has mighty king. Yield also has positive connotation, goes with agriculture, produce, the key word. The farm yields a good harvest each year. A typical example goes with agriculture, cultivation. Synonyms are produce, generate, provide, surrender, concede. These two, one group. Produce, generate, provide, one group. Positive, negative. Resist, withhold, retain, oppose, defy. Defy means challenge. Other words are easy words. Let us go to the editorial. We are left with 13 minutes. Stimulus. What is a stimulus? A closer contest. About what? On the fifth phase of the general election 2024. It's about the recent event or incident or happening, the fifth phase of the general election. What is the main idea of this editorial? Women voters seem to hold the key. Hold the key, an important expression. The chairman holds the key, means he can take the important decisions. He is the one who can decide what to do, what not to do. Women voters seem to hold the key as elections reach the business end, almost fag end of the thing. The fifth phase of the general election held on Monday featured contests in the fewest number of seats, 49. Here you have to recollect few, little. Few goes with the countable nouns and little goes with uncountable nouns. You should also recollect immediately few, a few, the few, a little, the little. I've told many a time, few means almost nothing, hardly anything. A few, at least some. The few, whatever is there or something specific. The fifth phase of the general election held on Monday featured contests in the fewest number of seats, 49. But it included heavyweight seats such as Rai Bareli, Amedi, and Faizabad in Uttar Pradesh, important constituencies, and the urban areas of Mumbai, Thane, Nasik in Maharashtra, the southern parts of West Bengal, which saw strong contest between BJP and TMC. This editorial talks about fifth phase, what exactly happened, where was it held, and who turned out, what was the number when you look at the turnout, and who is going to decide who holds the key. These are the aspects. Purely statistical, informative, analytical, more informative than analytical, which saw strong contest between the BJP and the Trinamool Congress TMC in 2019. Besides all these, simultaneous assembly and parliamentary polls in the southwestern seats of Odisha. About what, where exactly, the locations. In Maharashtra, the splintering of the main regional parties. The main regional parties got split. It resulted in splinter groups. In Maharashtra, the splintering of the main regional parties has made present perfect active voice has made it a battleground state along with Bihar, Karnataka, and West Bengal. Four. One is Maharashtra, then Bihar, then Karnataka, and West Bengal. Battleground state. Here, along with very important, I have told many a time, whenever you come across expressions like with, along with, as well as, together with, and there are so many, the verb agrees with the first subject that you have to remember. Yes. Have a look at the comment box. Some students have posted. Voter turnout. the number of people coming out to cast the vote. Voter turnout in Maharashtra was relatively low when compared to the rest of the country, with Mumbai retaining its unfavorable reputation of voter apathy. That means in Mumbai, voters not that keen on casting the vote. Already it has a reputation. It retained that same unfavorable reputation, bad name. But here, voter apathy, there's another expression you have to know. Some people are not interested in casting the vote. They never do that. And for that, we use the expression I have already given political inertia. What is it called? Political inertia. The Uddhav Thackeray led Shiv Sena faction group counts these seats as some of its strongholds, and its alliance's performance here might well decide the course of the battle now as well as in the assembly elections later this year. So, as well as also later. Immediately you have to recollect. First one talks about what? Time. Second one talks about what? Position. Latter. Very easy to understand most of the sentences. That's why I'm not trying to explain. One reading you can understand. The Mahavikas Aghadi Mahayuti contest of coalitions has appended, present perfect tense, active voice, the traditional patterns of support bases for the extant parties still in existence in the state, and this election could be the beginning of a new correlation of forces, means working together. In UP, the opposition has managed to do something. An important expression you have to remember. Has managed to keep the contest going on issues related to livelihoods and has prevented it being a cakewalk for the BJP, which has sought to use a Ram Mandir consecration issue to register another near sweep. Already we have done a few editorials. Today, if you look at the voters, there are three issues they're focusing on, the primary concerns of the electorate. One, unemployment problem. Second, inflation problem. Third, infrastructure development. And when we talk about employment, obviously it refers to unemployment, employment, livelihoods. Other parties focused on livelihoods, whereas because of that, it is not going to be a cakewalk for BJP, an important expression. Cakewalk means what? Very easy. It is not going to be a cakewalk for BJP, and BJP is banking on what? Has sought to use a Ram Mandir consecration issue to register another near sweep, almost complete sweep, but this time they may have tough time because opposition is focusing on livelihoods. The opposition's focus is expected to give it a bigger fillip in Bihar, where Rashtriya Janata Dal leader Tejasvi Yadav's relentless campaigning on employment issues has made the elections even more competitive. Bihar is an example where BJP is going to have tough time because RJD leader, who is that Tejasvi Yadav's relentless, an important word, without stopping, irrespective of the problems you face, you continue with your efforts, relentless campaigning. Generally, for youngsters, I give the combination relentless efforts. If you put in relentless efforts, you will definitely get success. No one can stop. Continuous, very good, Naidu. The BJP now seeks to bank on, depend on, rely on, count on its record in welfare delivery, expecting the support of poorer voters and women. BJP's expectations are different. Voter turnout in the fifth phase is in line with, in tune with, in line with, means same pattern being followed. The trend seen in the fourth phase in UP, which registered better numbers than phases 2 and 3, while preliminary trends in Bihar indicate a slight reduction compared to the previous phase. Here, the editorial is comparing the fourth phase, the fifth phase voter turnout, where more, where less. The turnout has in general been marginally lower than what it was in 2019 across the country. Overall, lower than what it was. In Odisha and West Bengal too, women voters could be crucial, means what? Important, in deciding the fortunes of the ruling Biju Janata Dal BJD and the TMC in Bengal and BJD in Odisha. While turnout was relatively low in Odisha, West Bengal registered close to 73% according to early numbers. Women outvoted men in West Bengal significantly till phase. I'm sorry. Women outvoted men means what? More women came out than men. You have to take a pause. Women, pause, outvoted, outsmart like that, outvoted men in West Bengal significantly till phase 4, and the TMC would be encouraged as it depends on its women centric welfare measures to overcome the BJP's formidable challenge. Means great challenge. Each party has a strategy. Early hours, we hours, very good. Why those expressions here? TMC would be encouraged as it depends on. The BJP, now coming to the BJD, the BJD would hope that its work in mobilizing women through self help groups will continue to yield its strong support, especially in rural areas. I think it stops abruptly. Yes. Today's editorial, not an important editorial, for two reasons. We have already done so many times. Each phase I have been doing. Now it is a familiar context, not too many words except a few. And it's all about analysis based on the fifth phase. Women, how many, where, all these questions have been answered in a systematic way. That's all for today. And I will try to, because I'm not getting time, do something, but wait for 1 or 2 days. Anyhow, do remember to subscribe and share. If you want to work on the mini mocks, please join.